Welcome back to Tale of Immortal Builders. Boy, do I have a treat for you. So I've been doing some grinding, just working on getting our spirit roots up. We have gone a few months in, and I've just been working on that. We have a ways to go still. That's taking a little longer than I thought it was going to, but we've kind of had a few events pile up here, and I need to hit some of those, so here we are. I did have one event that happened and I didn't catch on recording. We were up just farming some herbs because we need that for one of our side quests, and I completed all my missions. I had nothing else to do for the month. And Fing just showed up and told us about Tinyuan Mountain, and supposedly there's mountains in the way that we can't get to it. And there's a race of giants who may be able to move the mountains, but are very stubborn. So just kind of telling us about that giant I think we spotted last time, or maybe that was the time before. And just warning us that they might be difficult to deal with. And if we look here, we have had a spawning in of Shuang Ling. This is different than the random events that pop up with her, so let's see what she's got going on. Suddenly, there's a gust of cold wind in front of me. Looking from afar, I saw a slim female cultivator in the distance. At this time, the mountain mist in front of me dissipated and the female cultivator cast her eyes. It was Shuang Ling. Why are you here? By the way, I went out recently to find a way to control the cold in my body and found some special magical herbs, so I made this. Please accept it. Maybe this is similar to her normal event. Shuang Ling said coldly, but her pretty face turned slightly red when she handed the item to you. She seemed to want to cover it up and hurriedly stuffed the item in your hand and turned and walked away. So we have another spiritual item. I think this is her special, special cold food cooking. Okay, we've had that event before, so that wasn't as special as I thought. However, this one's for the longtime fans. Look at that. Would you look at that? If you know what this is before I say it, post in a comment below. All right, here it is. Is it what I think? You arrive at the site of a spiritual rift. The surrounding area is in chaos. Trees toppled, soil cracked, and withering grass scattered everywhere. Yet, as you look around, there's not a soul in sight. Turning your gaze back to the rift, you can see it slowly closing, sealing itself shut. Suddenly, a cry echoes from afar, its power shaking the land. Meanwhile, a billow of cyan smoke surges upwards, streaking towards the south. Would you look at that? You arrive at the source of the cry, but as you scan the surroundings, there's not a soul in sight. Just as you're about to leave, a monster suddenly emerges from the shadows, lunging towards you. Oh no! It's another Carpia! It's Carpia's little sister! You seem pretty tough. Maybe we'll grab... Uh-oh. That freeze, man. Okay, I think we're gonna try to do a cap here. That little sword attack we have, I noticed, could attack even when we are frozen. That's rather nice. Monster seems to be under the influence of some kind of mysterious spell, and its moves are powerless. You defeat it and see the creature fleeing in a pathetic state. Interesting that we had a rift with a Carpia in it, isn't it? Beyond that, saving Z. Oh, okay, next one. We have a auction coming up here momentarily that we will need to hit. And I come in here. We actually got from Long Yu an actually usable skill. We have a fresh ultimate. This is a nascent soul. What we have is a golden core. We never even bothered to unlock our golden core one. So I don't think... Yes, we release a sword aura for 40 damage. Every time a stack of sword shells trail, you'll become invincible for 1 0.18 seconds. Not terrible. I'm just debating whether I need to do shenanigans here. I think we're just going to learn the new one. I think I'm happy enough with that. So we'll just straight learn it. We're going to probably have to go through the minigame twice. And I don't think we're going to have problems here. Although, I don't know if you guys feel it, but for me, this is definitely moving at a much zippier pace than what we were getting before. I think it gets harder as you get higher and higher. All right, at least 50%. Oh, 41. 41. And that ruined my mood, so we need to use a mood item. No, I need something I actually like here, too. Here we go. I like this Fungui Jade. Yeah, Fungui. And let's just go ahead and preemptively pop over here. Oh, hello. Thank you. This should be auction month. Deviated Alchemist. What a strong demonic aura. Yeah, world bosses have started respawning from last time. So our Imp is here, Long Yu is here. I know I just said something redundant. Shuang Ling. This is a friend of ours, Zhu Yaru. I don't remember how we made her friendship. I think, is she in our sect? Yeah, she saw us beat people up and liked it when we got our promotion. And I helped her out because she asked for a favor. And that competition, auction started, new items. Before I forget, yes, we can use 15, so it's going to be 31. We can use all 3 of those. Go ahead and nab that. And let's see what we got in the auction. All right, no whammies, no whammies. Something useful, please. Okay, Marshall. Okay, that's not terrible. If we re-rolled that chance to gain sword slash, this is pretty significantly higher. We're currently doing 280 sword damage. That would be 550 or 13, but Breeze Sword versus Lone Star. If you release multiple in a row, you're at, oh, okay. Yeah, this is the one where you start getting like recoil almost. Sword Slash's damage boost is up. I don't think so. I don't think so. I like the style of skill that we are using. We have a Nascent Soul HP one, but we've already got one. We have a defense one waiting for us after Breakthrough. Summon a Rain of Swords. Deals 1,100 per second. If you have Sword Slash, you'll do it, and it'll increase the duration. That would be a very long duration for us, because right now we have, I think, 8 stacks maximum. So that would give us a 12.8 second time on that Sword Rain. For every stack consumed, we would increase agility, so that's our movement speed. If there's only one enemy, we can also make it longer. Agility of enemies in the Sword Rain is lowered. I like that. Extra area of effect. If you have at least 8 stacks of Sword Slash when casting a skill, our motion skill is lowered. I actually think that's fine. I'm going to give that a try. I like the type that we have, the Sky Shatter Sword, but I've never done this one, so maybe we'll give that a go. We are pretty stacked on cash at the moment. We are coming up on a mill, so I'm not worried about not being able to buy it. Looks like the expensive things are going for a little bit less than 40. I think I saw a couple in there. Okay, so this is the skill. Let's just bump it directly to, well, not that much. 35,000, not 35. 35,000. I'm willing to just do what it takes to get this. Don't tell them that. All right, what do you got? What do you got? Pores. That's what I thought. You got nothing. You got nothing. Auction is over. We're going to immediately drop that one in here. We're also going to go to the tavern. The drunkard, while resting his arms on the table, keeps drinking and crying. His cry is even more... He cries even more sadly after catching sight of you. You're here. Tell me what... Why did I do that? I don't want to do that. What have I done? What have I done? Here, take this. The evidence of my crime. Kill me. I'm the number one sinner. He gives you several fruit from inside his pocket and puts them in your hand. You see a black robe and a black veil inside his clothes. Oh, geez. Buy everyone a drink. Except for maybe him. I think he's had enough. We'll do that a couple times. Again, just one more friend, one less enemy. Do we have any more charms here? Just when you're about to ask, a man suddenly pulls through the tavern doors. Boss, what happened? He got the booze again. And she's going to ask us to go get him. Sure. I wonder what else we have for charms. A mount is a must-have. I got this mount for you. Do you like it? Sure, I'll take it. It's a Lung Yu. Unfortunately, not useful. The Agi is faster. That weird Taoist must be holed up around here. Let's find him. As usual, we usually just bully him. Oh, he's actually a little tougher now. Ouch, knock it off, it's me. Jeez, why do you have to hit me so hard? Why are you here again? I had to drink at the shop. I wanted to give the Bach the Necromancer's Talisman. I'm not in love with that one, if I'm being honest. Ah, you're so thrilled you can't even talk? Yeah. Don't get snappy with me. I off to unravel more mysteries of charms. Catch you later. Kinda useless, aren't you? Alright, let's continue learning on our new ult. This is excellent. This will give me something I can do when I'm out of Sect missions while grinding. I do not like just clicking skip month. I find that feels wasteful. So this will save me porting somewhere else and trying to grind and then having to teleport back, etc., etc. Okay, we had 41 last time. 45 this time. Unfortunately, that's still not done. Man, I wish Long Yu would still come around and just auto-learn skills for us. That was so helpful. I'm actually shocked we were able to get multiple learning lessons in here. Usually I think I was only able to get 2 per month. Not bad, if I do say so myself. And let's go equip that. That was our new special skill. No, that was our new ultimate skill. We're going to do this one. We're going to unlearn ultimate. Get rid of that old golden coin. Yes. And we're out of time for the month. What else we got? So another one was, someone reminded me, we never finished the storyline of that really sussy dude down here. I feel like we were really close, so I'm going to hop on down here. Yeah, this place right here. And see what he's got going. He's the guy that was trying to break the arrays. And they kept trying to catch him, but never quite got him. Yuan Zi pores over the books on his desk, deep in contemplation. However, his familiar smile returns when he sees you. Hey, you're here. Let's go for an exploration. I found another mystical realm. My savior, let's set off now. Or I'm afraid that some lucky cultivator will bump into there and take all the treasure. This has got to be close to the end. This has been going on forever. My savior, here's the place I said. Can we go in? Sure. I'll go in for reconnaissance. Please wait for me here. Monsters may lurk in such desolated wilderness. We must be careful. Yuan Zi speaks with a serious expression, but he smiles again. He hurries away without looking back. Just as he vanishes in the distance, ominous howls pierce the air. You see a horde of monsters closing in. I wonder if we're ever going to get something out of this guy. I mean, at some point, I feel like we should just cut our losses. Hey there, my savior. We do not need to fight this time since I sneaked in and snatched the treasure. Look at them. Well, I didn't expect there to be monsters as well. Let's leave here before they wake up. It's me who defeated them. Ah, awesome. My savior defeated all the monsters and made Huafing a safer place. Here are the vials from my private collection. Please take them as well. Let's leave here. We got all the good stuff. Alright, we got Nascent Soul Necrotic Poison. Looks like this is a breakthrough item. That's not particularly useful, if I'm being honest. What are you? 2 cultivators before you are maintaining an aura under them with energy. They're talking about something. Hey, did you know our senior brother caught him? The person has been caught? Then why are we still here going out for our task? Our senior brother only had a fight with him, but the person escaped. By the way, which of them is more powerful? Maybe our senior brother? He gained some advantage in the fight. As expected, such scum wouldn't be fit opponent for our senior brother. But we shouldn't underestimate him since we got duped by him and he ran everywhere aimlessly for that. Now, let's go and finish the inspection. The two leave the spot after a brief talk. There's no other sound except for the howling and sweeping through the wilderness. And I'm gonna nab that. Yes, please. We're heading towards our final breakthrough. I did do the late stage breakthrough while I was doing my grind. Yuan Zi is standing silently with his head drooped. His usual smile is gone, a solemn expression on his lowered face. My brother, I'm very close to success. I will find the treasure to make your wish come true. I will at any cost. Yuan Zi stands there emotionally, but you hear 2 drops fall on the grass leaves before him. He's not here. It's day 21 already. I'm willing to burn a little. Let's do our ultimate skill. And that finishes up the month. It's nice to actually have something I can do that to again. Zhu Yorong, friend, was attacked by Yang Mao, was spared. Strange laughter, frequent earthquakes, mushroom man. Elder Ching Jai Mu, you don't have a protection artifact. I know a place where we can get one. I mean, let's keep rolling that die. If I got at least an orange one, I would say that is good enough to equip. The best we have found, I believe, is just purple, though. Very sad. Also, you got beaten up really bad, friendo. She is not nearly the friend, as much of a friend as that other guy. She basically just liked us because she saw us win a sect fight. And then we helped her out because we're an elder. So, it's fine. It's fine, but just, you know, we're not sworn brothers or anything like that. Oh, I had another idea. Somebody was talking a while back about going on recruiting. What if we had a bunch of imps and we turned them into humans? Maybe I could add them to my... I could invite them to join the sect? Since they come in as essentially Heaven's Chosen, that would actually be a very powerful fighting force. I guess the thing about that then is, am I going to keep leveling them up? Because that's a bit of a pain, if I'm being honest, once they're human form and have left. Yeah, these are actually taking a hit here. Not in love with that. If we don't get an event spawning here this month, ouch, then I will go do the world bosses quick. I want to keep them respawning. We've been relatively unlucky, I would say, with what we have gotten from drops on them recently. We have the attack skill. I think we got that from one of them. And an okay defense skill, even though it's not, like, stupendous. Grumble, grumble. Eeny, miny, mo. Guessed right. Get him, Carpia. Yeah, very nice. And a corpse lord. Goodbye, corpse lord. Alright, I'm just standing in the damage for no reason. Cheng Jaimu. Yeah, just a purple. See, Lightning Smasher is not bad, but it lowers Spirit Root, which we are martial, not spirit, so kind of a moot point for us. Okay, this is our friend. I found a piece of treasure land that may help my cultivation. Sure, we'll help you. This is our true friend. He just broke through not too long ago, too. We're using spear these days, huh? I knew somebody who was pretty good with a spear. Haven't seen her in a hot minute. Man, I love our attack speed. I just literally feel like we have like a machine gun on. That's why I'm so reluctant to switch to a different style. That one that gets less accurate the more you shoot, I feel like would be a downgrade compared to this. Because I'd have to stop attacking to let it regain some of the accuracy. It starts just getting way too much of a spread. Unless you're fighting something really huge. Yeah, bye-bye, mountain boy. Yeah. I do wish when maps were clear, it would do the map-wide vacuum, like when you do clear a full map. Just so you didn't have to run around to the nooks and crannies and pick things up. Or alternatively, maybe as we go up in Realm, it could just have further and further, like, magnetism range. Because I have to get relatively close at the moment, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, like that. Almost missed out that whole nook. Alright, what do you guys got? You got nothing. You got crits, what you got. Here you go, buddy. You keep working on that breakthrough, alright? No, I do not want to send the imps here. That's a little unfortunate. Also, I found out that we got some of these orange books. I can't use them until we do a breakthrough. I never even considered that. I figured, oh, well, I'll just get some extra high stats and then we'll max out. But that was not the case. Now, speaking of not the case, we are maxed out on all of these except for alchemy. Getting there. Suddenly you hear a deafening sound of drums coming from the forest. You go to investigate. They fight, and yep, perfect, perfect. This is what I want. A few of these to spawn so that our sword gets high enough that like 353 should be safe, essentially. That's what I'd love to see. Because if we're at 349 and we do a +3, that would be equal to this. So that would be bad because we're not guaranteed to get our sword stuff. His house is here, but that didn't do anything else. Something high above the ground glides through the air. It's a cultivator riding on a flying sword and heading in the direction of Yuan Zi's dwelling. You come to Yuan Zi's dwelling and notice a cultivator inspecting the surroundings outside. He became alert as he sees you. Who are you? He looks at you with sharp, cold eyes, but he nods after a while. He seems to have let his guard down. Well, you're not the one who lived here. I'm inspecting a strange thing and following traces here. Then, after finally broke the seal in this place with much effort, I couldn't enter the house as well. The seal seems to be set specifically against me. Is there something strange? It's more crucial than strange, for it will pose a threat to Huang Fing. I know someone keeps breaking the seals, suppressing the monster in Huang Fing recently. The seals are set to confine the monster. Once they're broken, the monster will be able to move freely. Huang Fing will be in peril once the monster is released, so I've come to investigate the matter. Fellow cultivator, if you notice someone looking for mystic realms around here, please remember to inform me. Such a person may not be an ordinary treasure seeker. The person's actions will probably put Hua Fing in danger. Cultivator looks worried. He looks at the house before him and frowns and leaves the spot. It seems that many clues are hiding in Yuan Zi's dwelling, although a thorough investigation may yield. There's no one there, but we can read things while we sip on our tea. Check the slips. The record on the slips is written with arcane words. It's hard to fully understand it, but you know there's a treasure called Illusion Root. Check the books. The books are mostly records of seals of monsters and the explanation to various mystic realms. It seems that Yuan Zi has done thorough research on how to break seals. Check handwritten pages. There's a thin notebook on the desk. It is full of handwritten records, and you even find Yuan Zi's notes on his experience in the past at the beginning of the notebook. Go for clarification. Indeed, I need to find out what he knows. You see Yuan Zi standing before you and pondering something with his head lowered. His face is surprisingly solemn. Are you releasing a monster? Oh, my savior, what are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. A cultivator said you're breaking monster seals. Ha! As if someone said I was best in the world, I just let him. Accusing me of releasing a monster is ridiculous. There's some kind of misunderstanding. Then what's this? My savior, these are my research notes. I need a lot of preparation before an exploration, including researching the mystical realms. Well, this notebook was used as a diary before, as you know. I can't afford a second notebook. Therefore, I took this one down and write my findings from the research on the mystical realms. What are you doing? He's about to say something, but he decides to remain silent after a brief pause. My savior, I need some more time. I'll tell you about what you want to know after that. You're here. Good friend, do not trust him. He's trying to break the seals of a monster for some clues. Seals? You know what? That the seals brought ill fortune to a village and its people? They're innocent, and I just want to help them. Help those mortals? They're just a means to an end to you. You're obsessed with obtaining rare treasure known as the illusion spirit root. I don't know why you would say this. You said that there's a sealed monster in Hongfeng, but if so, you should have dealt with it with your sect members. Why would you chase me all the way? My savior, please trust me. There's one final step to finishing my plan, but now I have no time to explain. I'll tell you all things when the time comes. He's lying, pure cultivator. He dares risk the whole of Huafeng for his interests. You should never trust him. I mean, this guy's kind of a rapscallion, but he didn't hurt the villagers. That could be true that he was trying to help them. They did seem pretty downtrodden before he got there. I'm going to trust him and let him go. Ridiculous, we should never spare him. And now my words failed. I'll resort to force. Brother, I do not think this is the right plan. He's trying to finger me. Oh, geez, Carpia, did you see that? As Yuan Zi prepares to break the seal, a horrifying shriek from afar. Two cultivators beside him turn towards the source of the hound, their faces etched with fear. The monster's been released. It won't let you escape now. You should be responsible for what you've done. Let's go right now. We'll engage in another fight once his reinforcements arrive. Follow me. Alright, did we get tricked? You and Yuan Zi walk along the way, and the village is not far from you. Suddenly a shriek comes from behind, and Yuan Zi quivers slightly. He stands still and turns back to see the sound source and looks hesitant. My savior, the village ahead knows you are my friend. Please go first for a visit. The village head will know my means once he sees you. I have urgent matters and must leave for a while. Yuan Zi's eyes light up with excitement, and he rushes towards the sound of the shrieks. You come to the village. Grateful tears stream down the village head's face when he sees you. He kneels down, presses his forehead to the ground before you, and asks others to present you with a plain antique wood carving. The village head hopes you don't give it to Yuan Zi. Why? With many deep bows, the village head tells you that there's a reason. The village feng shui was affected by the seal suppressing the monster, and disasters fell here frequently. The village will be wiped out soon. However, things became better when Yuan Zi came here some days before and agreed to remove the seals and restore feng shui of the village in exchange for a stub he called the clue. Since the village head hoped to solve the disaster of the village, he agreed to Yuan Zi's condition. But to his surprise, Yuan Zi really did manage to break the seals and did a huge favor to him and his people. Therefore, the village head was caught in a dilemma. The clue he asked led to an ancient spiritual item, but getting such treasure would result in depleted lifespan. Out of an unwillingness to see Yuan Zi be harmed, the village head decided to hide the clue and prevent him from hurting himself. The village head presses his forehead to the ground again and blames himself for being so selfish. However, he insists not to hand the stub to Yuan Zi. Yuan Zi seems to be heading here. Should I hand the clue to him? I mean, it's his decision to make, right? Like, who are we to make the decision for him? Several cultivators are fighting against a monster before you. Yuan Zi is kneeling on the ground, his face pale as dead, and a stream of blood flows down the corner of his mouth. He's been wounded badly, and the monster, after knocking down another cultivator, lets out a horrible shriek. Alright, I'll help. The monster is engaging a tough battle against cultivators. Sensing your presence, it breaks out from the surrounding and charges you. Oh, my savior, now the monster is under the effect of Bane, has been greatly weakened. Time to kill it. Alright, well that shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, I got it, dudes. It's cool. The cultivators all look relieved after killing the monster. Yuan Zi sits on the ground exhaustedly. The lead cultivator glares at him with a fierce expression. You ignored the overall situation and released the monster secretly. Your actions put Huafeng in danger, and we also suffered losses and casualties to kill it. You must be held responsible for what you've done. Alright, kill me if you like. However, you assisted us in eliminating the monster and were wounded seriously. And Huafeng finally got rid of a potential danger. Your merits and demerits offset each other. What's your condition? Well, no need to worry about me. Just some dizziness from exposure to the sun. Thank you, cultivator. If you were not you to kill it, we would suffer heavy casualties. You helped us a lot in battle. Here, I prepared a gift on behalf of my sect. Please accept it. The cultivator nods at you and leads the sect members to leave. After seeing them away, Yuan Zi turns towards you. My savior, has the village handed you the clue? Like I said, a bit of a rapscallion, but he's not a bad guy. I don't think he should use the clue, but I'm not his boss. It's his choice to make. Give him the clue. Good, the village head kept his word. Then could you come with me, savior? I'd like you to witness a moment with you. You may die if you dig it out. All right, I see, my savior. Did you know it from the village head? I've spent too much time and effort finding it, and now I can't give up, since my final aim is just before me. But, my savior, thank you very much. Yuan Zi's eyes shine with utter determination. He leads away and strides with determination. All right. No regrets, I hope, my friend. We eat some fruit. Yum. I wonder if that is truly raising my max vitality. That's a lot better if that's the case. Here's the place indicated with the stub. My savior, thank you for your help along the way. You saved me from an imminent death, and though I felt beholden to you, I also wanted to find the illusion root with your help. I feel both grateful and guilty to you. Please forgive me for what I've done. You could just give up the plan. No, I must keep my promise. I made it for you, as well as my deceased brother. Yuan Zi shakes his head and smiles. Suddenly, he grits his teeth and stretches out his hands into the soil. He pulls something out, and after piercing the ground into its deep with ease, the object he is holding looks like a wooden carving. The carving is shabby and worn out the moment he excavated it, but just as Shuang Ling grasped it, the object emitted a bright beam. It turns into a crystalline gem-like structure in an instant, while Yuan Zi's face is pale as dead, as if he had his last breath. With fierce coughs, Yuan Zi presents you with a crystalline sculpture with trembling hands. This is the illusion root, remember? I promised you a treasure when we met the first time, and here it is, my savior. Please take the gift. Time to tell all of this to me. Yes, I did many things without telling them to you, and I know you would feel annoyed by that. What do you want to know? Why did you release the monster? I traveled far and wide to find the illusion root and finally got a clue. It said the illusion root had an image itself, a stub in Huangjing, and once I found the stub, I could position the root with it. However, the stub was kept in a secluded tiny village. I tried several times to steal it, but I failed. I had no choice but to ask the village head for help. They had requested me to investigate the hidden danger in their village, but in the end I found the village's feng shui was affected by a suppression seal against monsters. The village's people thus got involved, but mortal villages were innocent and could never resist such a disaster, so I must resolve such a seal for them as well as myself. Didn't you know the risks? You get the point. Because of that, I immediately set out for a method to counter the monsters before I broke the seal. However, the cultivators in Hongfeng soon noticed my action. Therefore, I must continue my work while escaping their chase. I was caught in danger many times and had several narrow escapes, and I survived thanks to your help. Did you use me under the name of exploration? My apologies, I should have never taken advantage of someone who saved my life. Our fight against the blood puppet helped me get the monster's bane that will counter it in Huafeng, and all other fights aimed at clues to breaking the monster's seal. The explorations and treasure hunts were all pretexts. I thought it would be too difficult for me if I did them alone, so I invited you to follow and assist me. What's the monster's bane? It has been used up. We headed to different destinations after we got rid of the cultivators in Huangming and went to the village for the stub. I turned back to join their fight against the monster. Then, I felt my enemy was formidable and could only take out its bane. Luckily, my tactics were effective and won us some time. However, the fight was still very tough, and if you didn't come there and eliminate the monster, our fight would eventually lose. The disturbance was due to my search for the root and destruction of the seals. I feel very guilty. Why do you want the root so much? It's a long story. I had a sworn older brother in the past, and he did me a favor. His wish throughout life was to get the illusion root. However, my brother was too obsessed with his pursuit and passed away due to exhaustion. I thought I should dissuade him from such an aim, and often blamed myself for failing to do so. I suffered a lot from the thought. My mind would be irritated whenever I meditated, and I couldn't enjoy a peaceful daily life, let alone break through the realms. Yeah, he's golden core. Finding the illusion root was my brother's last will, and it will become my preoccupation, so I must continue to search and make our wish come true. What will happen after sacrificing your lifespan? Of course I'll die when my life runs out, but I finally got the illusion root and presented it to you. That is to say, I made good on the promise to you and to my brother. My wishes are fulfilled. Besides, I couldn't make any breakthrough due to the feelings of guilt in the past. Now that the burden in my mind has been listed, I should be able to break through to the next realm. Once I make it, my lifespan could extend and offset the depleted life. Alright, if that's what you want, man. Years of effort have finally paid off. But my savior, I have another request. The spirit root has been shaped, but it should be planted somewhere again to take effect. My sworn brother's wish was to get it, but as you know, he passed away. I buried him in a secluded place. So would you please plant the illusion root beside his tomb? I guess he would be glad to look at the treasure all day. Okay, I'll do what you said. Thank you for granting my request. Let's set off for now. Okay, yeah, that all makes sense. I'm glad he's not totally playing us, although I suppose that could still turn around. Here's a beautiful place with wonderful feng shui and plenty of keys, so I buried my sworn brother here. Now you may plant the illusion root, and it will begin to grow with the key around. You plant it into the soil again. To your surprise, the root strands begin to grow around it and send down to the earth in an instant. Moments later, a verdant sprout emerges before you. Then it grows into a sapling, and its foliage thickens and its trunk expands. It develops into a tree. Now the size is as huge as a mansion, and it needs at least 7 or 8 persons' wingspans to encircle it. Yeah, my wingspan. Thank you very much, my savior. However, I'm afraid I made a great disturbance this time. I must leave here until the fuss dies down. It's time for me to leave. What's your plan in the future? Maybe I'll continue my journey of exploration and treasure hunting. I believe we'll meet again, though the world is so vast. Will we be able to set off on another exploration together? Haha. Yuan Zi looks at the huge tree growing from the illusion root, and a smile appears on his face. He murmurs, "Farewell, brother." Things have finally been settled. Goodbye, my savior. Yuan Zi looks at the tree again, and a smile appears on his worried face. He waves his hand at you and strides away into the distance. Interesting. I don't know if that was actually here before or not, that little tree graphic. Interesting enough little questline. I wonder if he's down here at his house. His house despawned. Okay, well. End of that story. Kind of a satisfying ending there, I suppose. I'm glad he didn't backstab us. He felt very untrustworthy. Okay, what else we got going on? Side mission. Wait, ice cavern. Okay, this one. We need a body reconstruction elixir 2 or... body reconstruction elixir 2, 3, or 4. Any of those will work. If we go in here, we need body reconstruction. Here's a 2. I have enough. I have enough. Well, let's do it. Now, this doesn't need to be like super duper ultimate pure, so I think I'm just going to go with whatever it tells me is the minimums. Man, that's a complicated recipe. He says, and then he starts looking at fire and earth, thinking, man, we could pretty easily add some here. 10 of these would be 150. So I would want 30 of these, I think. Oh, well, that was pretty darn close, actually. All right, do it. These tall ones are a lot easier than the short ones. Not bad, not bad. We're not quite maxed out on alchemy skill, but we're close. Also, oh, that reminds me. Somebody said that another one of my masters died. Yep. Yep. These golden cores are not lasting. So, Q Ying, who is my current master where we're at, is the only living master. Sag. Yeah, look at our friends list here. People dropping like flies. Alright, where do we need to go? This one. It's gonna be up in the next area. Current mission. Oh, no, it's not in the next area. I forgot that was down here. Okay, I'm glad I didn't just port without looking. Let's save her. Z is heavily wounded and unconscious. Save her? Yeah, I just left her on the ground for a few years while we were grinding. Don't worry about it. She's fine. Got that elixir. Are you all right? Whew, I saw smoke coming out of the ground. Suddenly it was freezing. Don't be scared. You're all right now. Right. Floating feather catches her attention immediately. The feather, the colors. What do you know about it? Grandpa mentioned that during the flood many years ago, a sage arrived in the village. He looked menacing, but he alleviated the flood with his magic. Then a blue bird and a red flew from the mountains and started fighting the sage, driving him away from the village. The villagers really hated that bird. Maybe the feather came from that bird? So the feather belongs to Bi Fang, or Bi Fang. I think this is what the Iron England was trying to find. Grandpa also said that since then there have been many strange phenomenons in Tuang Mountains, like seasons that were out of order or that day the night flipped. That means the bird might have been cultivating here and drawing the heavenly aura. I wonder if this can break its seal. Sure. Use the item and we don't have it. A seal. Buy Fang's feather or a seal. Okay. Quest. Heavenly Path seal. Collect Heavenly Aura and return to Xi and break the seal. Okay, I think... Actually, hold on. Does that tell me there? I want to say I have one of those. Yeah, I have one in the tree vault. I can go get that. Not a major problem. Don't care about those. Hey, man. Long time no see. It's been like 3 days. Do you know what it is? Is it a good thing? All right, now it's yours. I'll give it to you. My savior, do you know how I get it? I hid 49 days near a mystical beast and finally put it in my pocket after the monster fell asleep. Sounds thrilling, right? Here, hee hee. I cannot stay too long since the monster's smell lingers on me after days of being by its side. Once it discovers its treasure's gone, it will certainly be following the smell, and that would be bad. Goodbye. Okay. Some random glass. That's fine. I mean, Long Yu gives us that stuff too. Okay, Heaven Aura. We definitely have some. It is like a breakthrough item. Okay, let's not do that. Material. I don't think you're a special. Yeah, material. Heaven and Earth. Actually, hang on a second. Can I insert item? Heavenly. No. How about Heaven? Heaven Aura. Thank you. Gotta remember to use the search bar. My inventory is such a mess. Oh. Is that you a different time? Hey, my savior, I've been waiting for you. Let's get right to the point. Here, take this. The day I witnessed a treacherous disciple murdering the master, I felt I must do something. Therefore, I stole his cherished trinket when he was meditating. However, he discovered that, and now he's chasing me all over the world. I will surely be able to defeat that scum, but I am just unwilling to waste my time on him. Okay, thanks. The person before you is inspecting the terrain around him, stroking his chin with his hand. He stumps the ground occasionally and looks distressed, but after seeing you, a bright smile is on his face. Hey, my savior, do you know what's hiding before us? It's all good stuff. Let's have an exploration. Alright, sure. Ah, just as I guess. You hoodwinked me again. From risks come wealth, and petty beasts are certainly not our opponents. Let's deal with them first. This guy, man. This guy. Different types of monsters here, too. All kinds of different kinds of monsters here. Carpia, why don't you get on the field? Yeah, these guys are not the worst, but a little spicy. A little spicy. We saw a decent number of monsters left. Man, I do like that special, I have to say. Hopefully this one we're going to learn here at some point will be as good. Oh, and Mr. Mushroom Man, you are always dangerous. Yeah, it's interesting that there are monsters we have not seen here before. It does feel like the monster variety's gotten a little bit better. So maybe it's just the very early game. They could use just a couple more. Because it's like 90% bambookis, frankly. Maybe just a smidgen more variety just so that it feels like this. This is fine. We have plenty of different things we've been fighting recently. Yeah, it was quite a room. Am I gonna have a mythical beast in here too? Let's actually get ourselves set up for an ult. Just in case. And we can also just see it in action. I need 4. Oh, I don't... My thing isn't long enough to get 4 of them down. That's unfortunate. Stabby, stabby. You guys are both dangerous, aren't you? Yeah, time for you to go, monkey boy. There we go. After a fierce battle, Yuan Zi rummaged through the place and handed you several precious items. Eh, my savior, you deserve them. Look, good stuff, right? Waves and leaves. Hallucination incense. The aroma of incense disturbs its inhaler's thoughts and wakes up their innermost demons against them. Available in battle, throw the elixir to the area and summon mind demons from the afflicted enemy. And baneful raindrops. Crush it, has a poison cloud. You gonna spawn again? Or are we done? We're done for a minute. Bi Fang's feathers covered by a seal. The seal eventually fades and Bi Fang's feather falls into your palm. A powerful thought enters your mind. Ooh. Jagu! Why is the water rising so fast? I don't know. Maybe the villages are all flooded and many died. Build a fire for the people that managed to climb up. I went to the mountains and found a strange man performing magic to get rid of the flood. Look. Let me see. The smell of blood. This is no ordinary mortal. He looks like a cultivator that's taken the wrong path. We're no match for him. In the water, the cultivator stands by the mountain. He raises his hand and moves the water away, like a divine being that descended upon the land. A figure behind the tree further away is quietly watching this all unfold. He saved us this day, so we must repay with our death. He entrusted you with his descendants, so I shall take on the evil in the mountains. Be careful. Bi Fang engages the Blood Lord, but the flames around him can't make up the difference in their skill. The figure behind the tree doesn't move. Yu clenches his fist as tears stream down his face. Eat this! Suddenly you're assaulted by several sword auras. I love sword auras, though. Oh, well, that looks dangerous. That looks dangerous. Why do you have homing sword? I want that. Where's my homing sword? Also, you got frozen and died. No wonder you're the Bloodlord that could revive himself with infused spirits after dying so many times. Now I've seen it all. I have lost. Do with me what you will. Why are you not leeching my life? You got the wrong person. You smell like blood and murder. How can I admit my mistake? I mean, I can't deny that. I was just fighting a key deviated cultivator, so... Right, that explains it. I thought I was gonna die here. Anyways, my name is Jiang Yan. I apologize for my brash behavior. Oh no, she's a bit simple. I should be going. Goodbye. By the way, if you encounter my master, please tell her what happened here today. The swordmaster quickly leaves the scene. The iron ingot suddenly glows and touches Bi Fang's feather. You feel dizzy and stumble. Ooh. The menacing Bloodlord has his hands around Bi Fang's throat, ready to kill him. Jagu takes out a pill and gets ready to die with the Bloodlord. Yu trembles with his head down, trying to overcome something in his mind. No! A determined Yu runs towards the Bloodlord. Is he going to take on the fiend? I helped you. What are you doing? The Bloodlord's surprised but scoffs. He helped Yu, who removed the seal, but he doesn't think Yu is stupid enough to attack him. The Bloodlord swings his blade through Yu's body. Strangely, his blood glows gold, and when the blood drops touch the Bloodlord, it makes a sizzling sound. Ah, it burns. What's this? The Bloodlord, an expert in blood cultivation, can see that there's something unusual about this blood. The golden glow means Yu is either a king or a sage, and his blood is very powerful against evil. But he's also seen his share of danger, and does not hesitate to leave the scene, leaving Bi Fang behind. Yu's body shatters. His blood becomes rays of golden light when they touch Bi Fang, flowing into his body and rejuvenating Bi Fang. The blood also infuses the soil with his power. Bi Fang, you! Bi Fang takes a handful of soil and runs after the Bloodlord. Whew. You, Bi Fang, you look around and don't see she, who might have left because you were unconscious for so long. Bi Fang's memories. Only use once. If you use this object in a sect, you're bound to gain the sect's exclusive rewrite. Okay, so... Excuse me, a nascent soul reroll is what that item is. Those used to be really rare. I don't think they had the reroll pills before. So that would have been quite a nice little reward. Nowadays, it's kind of whatever. I guess we can use it after we have broken through, so I guess it is different. Okay, next. Ice Cave, we could probably do that. How are we doing on time? Well, maybe not, maybe not. I think we may have to hit that next time. Let's head back up to the Sect here. We're on day 18. Let's grab ourselves a set of missions. Assisted battle, failed to spy, beast claws, survey, lost, thieving. Easy peasy. Also take my wages, please. Just a cool 56,000. And I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing. I'm going to try to do some more grinding off camera, and we'll just pick up next time I've accumulated some quests that need to be cleared. We also, I take that back. We also need to kill the world monsters. So maybe next time we'll start with that. I'll finish off this month and collect in this, and then I will bring you guys back in and we'll do a whirlwind monster hunt around the map. Maybe we'll get lucky and get something pretty decent. Those low-end ones, frankly, are not worth too much. But, you know, I can go sell them with a few spirit stones. It's rather annoying to run out and have to specifically go grind, like, city missions or something, when I could just do that. Way off to the side, kind of close, really far away. That one's first. Okay, so we will end that one there, builders. Let me know how you're still feeling about the series. People still seem to be relatively enjoying it, and I think I'm in it for the long haul, but I am going to try to get us through this area. We're kind of sort of done here, and I just need to get the grind out of the way so that we can break through and move on. In all honesty, we probably could do the breakthrough right now, but my worry is we'd be really far behind on the grind in the next area, and the worst thing to happen would be we really need to be in the new area, but I'm not strong enough for it, and then we kind of hit a rock and a hard place, and we have to take like marginal upgrades to get better, which means we would lose our well-rolled skills that otherwise we might be able to carry some forward. So that's kind of my thought process on that. Either way, I'm going to go finish up this month, and I will see you guys for a boss rush. All right, babble out. Catch you in the next one.